Sustainable tourism is an important tool of economic diversification for countries like Cambodia, where tourism is one of the main economic drivers. Decision makers, while understanding the potential of developing a tourism sector oriented towards the reduction of poverty and the preservation of environmental assets, may not be equipped to implement in the field. In the framework of its TrainForTrade Programme on Sustainable Tourism for Development, UNCTAD has developed a training course particularly targeting those issues. This course aims at a better understanding of challenges and bottlenecks pertaining to sustainable tourism development, both at the national and provincial level. After this course, it is expected that participants will share a common understanding and a set of concrete tools to put forth in their territories relevant actions based on sustainable tourism criteria. Cambodia is a country where tourism is a crucial economic sector, but the sector is geographically unbalanced. For instance, in Cambodia, Siem Reap is well known, but in the rest of Cambodia, tourism could be further developed. National authorities recognize the potential of tourism for economic development. Developing tourism sustainably by enhancing the economic, social, and environmental benefits of the sector is a strategy that Cambodia is now putting in place in the field.
The tourism is actually considered as one of the most important sectors contributing to the socio-economic development, along with other sectors such as the agriculture, government, industry, and so on. And the rural government of Cambodia has set out the policy and strategy for the developing tourism, which is principally based on the cultural and natural resources. So we call the tourism of Cambodia is culture and nature tourism.
In the provinces, tourism is unevenly developed. The supply is often concentrated between few stakeholders. However, the tourism demand is diversifying towards new experiences, apprehending the life of inhabitants, visiting remote sites where environment and local cultures are preserved. Institutional tourism stakeholders may not be equipped to face this trend, and business stakeholders sometimes may know how to discuss with other stakeholders on the ways and means to face it. The need of a consensus towards multi-stakeholder dialogue is rising.
That we have many private sector in Siem Reap, like we have the Association of Hotel, Association of Travel Agency, and I think that we want to develop tourism in Siem Reap. We to contact all the all departments in Siem Reap, and we have to make the committee in my province. We have we have connect with the private sector, especially for development in this area.
Some communities have started to develop sustainable tourism projects. They have been encouraged by the need to preserve natural or cultural assets while getting economic returns from the tourism activities.
So why we established the ecotourism here? So there are three purposes. So So the first one, we want to conservation natural resource for using now and for our children. And the second, it is we want to give a capacity building to the villagers, like want them to love the forest. And the last one, we also want to make the sustainable livelihood for the local people here during the conservation natural resource.
They can share their experiences to disseminate lessons learned and know-how.
Experience that we can consider our project is successful and sustainable, and other stakeholders, they can learn something from us, or they can add something else to improve their own project.
Their institutional correspondents are sometimes not informed about such projects and the methods to disseminate the best practices.
Because many people don't know how to work with the business of the tourism. Yeah.
Over the past few years, development partners of least developed countries such as Cambodia have started to realize the socio-economical potential of sustainable tourism and have therefore started to provide technical and financial support to this sector.
ADB is providing loans mainly to the countries, and so tourism is a major sector of intervention for ADB, and ADB will pursue its support.
They are willing not only to financially and technically assist new projects to rise, but also to give to national partners the method to promote the sustainable development of this sector.
Able to support this development and to move forward and to increase the contribution of tourism to the local economies, which what we are trying to do with what ADB is trying to do. It's really to use tourism as a tool for poverty reduction and local economic development, and this for sure, these trainings that you've been running here is extremely important and should definitely be pursued in the future in a more intensive way with more regular training.
A training course such as TrainForTrade is one of the means to increase the sense of ownership of sustainable tourism issues.
The hotel owner will respectively distribute this income to their staff for their daily consumption, etc., and also to the farmer that produce many vegetables, etc. So this will got many effect to the economy as a whole.
The seminars is just one step in the capacity building process to encourage local ownership of methods and tools pertaining to sustainable tourism development.
Just talking about sustainability, capacity building is the key factor for the future, for people to understand how to take care of their country or even to take care of themselves.
In particular, a special care is given to the criteria that make tourism projects successful and sustainable. Participants will now return to their territories with some ideas to operationalize paths and idea in the field.
We cannot keep the tourism sustainable, but after we study, we know how to do step by step. Yeah, we know how to, that we can know by this lesson, and we can practice following the step of the lesson, and also the step with the teacher who teach us, and we can do. And also for the sustainable of the tourism, we cannot do only tourism department, or cannot do only tourism department, and we have to be cooperating together. It means that social and the government of the provincial, like environment department and culture, and also tourism, and also the authority of the provincial, of the villages, can be compared together, and we are working together, and it will be keep the tourism sustainable.